I'm well live. People deluded. I'm back again. We've got a usual contributor to the platform. Check out the description and the YouTube title and make sure you're following Roms. What you saying, my boy? Everything sweet? Everything good?
Hi, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. DG texted me yesterday saying 3-1 win. Nearly had it. Nearly had it. But yeah, Arsenal are doing their thing, man. So yeah, can't complain, bro. How are you? You good?
I'm good, man. Just before we've gone live, I've cut my hand, in it. Like right now, like I don't want to make it all gory, but it's looking all
Oh,
mad. But the show must go on still, man.
what you
Apart from
doing? You chopping them onions again, are you?
bro, the fun, you know what the most fucked thing is? I was cutting peppers, and do you know what's so mad, bro? I always say, yeah, mistakes for footballers are like chefs cutting their hands, and I did, and it's quite a deep one. I might go get stitching, but the show must go on, man.
Bruv,
I
you
feel
sure
like
you're good?
Suarez.
Yeah, that
Huh?
looks
No,
like
I'm
a
good,
lot of
man. I'm a
blood, man.
soldier. I'm a Spartan, man. I'm a Spartan. I can't go out like that, man. I
You're
can't go out
mad,
like that.
man.
But especially when I said I got to get you here. I've got another stream after this. Obviously, Arsenal won. Yeah. Before we get into the game, yeah. Obviously, it's advantage Arsenal. Is it too early to sing Wembley?
Is it too early? Listen, with our
Got one
home
foot in the
record.
door.
Hey, listen, I think there's more than a foot in the door, DJ. Listen, if your prediction came through and it was 3-1, we'd be in Wembley. But the second goal makes you doubt it, yeah? But I'm
Mm.
confident, bro. I can't see us conceding more than one goal at the Emirates. And I think we'll score at least two. I don't think this Chelsea team is there yet. New manager, young players. Depends who's back. They didn't have Reece James, Caicedo, Cole Palmer. But I'm confident. What about you, bro? You thinking
Well,
that's our
we're
place at
dealing with them,
Wembley?
Roms. We're dealing with them. Like again, I wanted to get to the semi-finals as a minimum because that's what we did last year. Obviously, you want to go one better. Where what 180 minutes, give or take, away from potentially
Yeah.
winning our first trophy of the season. You touched on it, yeah. And I wasn't planning on asking you this year, but I feel considering Chelsea spent like 1 point something billion, couple countries ain't got that GDP, yeah, all this, oh, we couldn't beat Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal just about beat us, and we never had this player and that player. How does it make you feel? Because that's not a luxury we've been afforded. We were told injuries, get on with it. Granted, even
Yeah.
at Stamford Bridge, when we never had our centre halves.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned injuries, DG. We have no Calafiori, no Hincapié, no Mascara. So you're right. No one mentions that. No one really talks about that or gives us the sympathy. So yeah, I don't really care that Chelsea are missing those players. And yeah, I guess they just have to get on with it. And the amount of money they spent, bro. When you look at their squad and the options they have, it does just make you think, where's that money actually gone? I mean, a lot of it went on Enzo and Caicedo. They're about 250 million between them. But yeah, man, I think Chelsea under Rosenier, I actually like him. I know
I like
you're a
him,
bit
but I don't
of
want
a
him to do well now, obviously.
yeah. I know you're a football purist and you would have followed him at Strasbourg a little bit. And look, I want him to do well, but not that well. But yeah, I think given time, he'll get his grip on that team. But yeah, you look at their squad, bro. I don't know what you thought, but I just thought we looked better than them. I thought we just looked like sort of the older team, the more experienced team. You think the likes of Gabriel Rice. I thought Saliba was class. I thought Saka had a decent game. Even you bring off Marina off the bench, there's so many players. I know we're going to get into it, but yeah, man, forget their injuries. We got our own problems.
I don't want to hear it. Like you said, we've got our own problems. We were told get on with it, and we firmly got on with it. You touched on it there, yeah. Before I ask you about the individuals, how did you feel about the game? Because you said a couple of like comments. I do make you right. I think we were better than them. We look way more mature. You know, the very fact that some Arsenal fans are not necessarily happy with the goals we've conceded, despite the fact that we take a league going to the Emirates, and a bit like when we played them in the Premier League, they're kind of waxing lyrical. So it kind of tells you where both teams are. I did feel we looked a bit susceptible on the counter attack. I did feel we pressed well. I do feel, obviously, I have to address the elephant in the room. The two goals we conceded were not good enough. I kind of blame Kepa for the second goal. Odegaard's messing about for the first.
Yeah.
Obviously, we all win and lose and whatnot together. But like, are you concerned about the goals we're conceding? Because it feels like this season, and that definitely when I've started getting you on my channel and we've been on Talksport and stuff, whether we win, lose, or draw, we are kind of, I feel, kind of speaking about the same things, whether that's not putting daylight between the two sides or conceding cheap goals. So where does that leave you, Roms?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the first goal, it comes from our left hand side, and obviously Urian Timber's playing out there, and it's not a position he's used to. And a lot of people have said he's more secure than Lewis Skelly. I feel for Miles a little bit. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. He doesn't look like the same player, but the first goal comes from that side, and then the defending on the other side is not great. Garnacho brings it down and slaps it in, and then the second goal for me is a little bit unlucky. I know we're known for our set pieces. Obviously, we opened the scoring with a set piece, but in
Come
the
on.
other end, like I don't know, man. The ball falls to Garnacho, and he's just got a lot of space, hits it, and it's a goal. So I wouldn't say I'm concerned, DG. I wouldn't say I'm concerned, but it's unlike us to be conceding goals like that. I mean, people were talking about us breaking Chelsea's defensive record of only
Old
conceding
man, that's not
15.
happening.
Yeah, I mean, that was a long shot. I had hope. You know me, I can be over ambitious sometimes, but yeah, man, it's a little bit of a concern, but nothing I'm truly worried about, brother.
I want to jump forward before I jump back. Yeah, obviously, big up Ash because he said it. Just disappointed we didn't finish the tie off for like 3-1 or 4-1. At one point we're winning 2-0. The next point we're winning 3-1. Obviously, I know you think we're gonna do them at the Emirates, and I do as well. But is that a concern for you that it still feels like another game in all comps, barring the Champions League, where I won't say we were miles better than Chelsea, but we were dominant. We had chances. We probably could have scored more. Whatever Chelsea have to say, that's their business. But it's still 3-2. It's still firmly game on because I think we're going to go through. And obviously, the 90 minutes against them at the Emirates is going to be something completely different. And there'll be talking points whether we win, lose, or draw. But I personally can tell you off the bat now, in February, if we go out, I am going to look at that first leg because it don't feel like we kill sides off, man. Where are you at with that?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, DG. It's a good point because Marino had that chance after Zubimendi's goal. Sanchez made a mad save. To be fair, that was a class save. And then you get the Gabriel header, similar to the Liverpool game, last sort of minute. And Gabriel should have scored that. When I looked at the replay, I can't believe he missed, hit the ground, and then just went over the bar. So you're right, man. You're a bit like me. You're quite harsh, and I think we should kill the game off a little bit quicker, maybe earlier. But 3-1 in about the 60th, 70th minute, you're thinking that's it done, and then we concede. So the thing is, do you want to be in a position, DG, where you're scoring 5 and the opposition are scoring 2? I'm not sure. As long as we get through, I don't mind so much. So yeah, let's make sure we get through, and then everything will be forgotten, man. But
Go on.
when we get through, and I want to get your opinion. I sort of mentioned it in my reaction after the game yesterday. The last time we was in the League Cup final, it was against Man City, and they peppered us. I know you didn't have any hope for that final. I had no hope. And they beat us 3-0, and then like 3 days later, they beat us 3-0 again in the league. How important do you think it is, DG, to, if we get City in the final, looks like it will be them, how important is it we make a statement?
Well, you know what, Roms, yeah, it's weird, but I was just about to ask you about Newcastle City. I can't lie to you. Fuck a state. Pardon my language. Fuck a statement, bro. Like if it's Newcastle City, man, just win the trophy, bring it home. It is what it is. It would be like, I won't go as far as to say a full circle moment, but like you said, during the Emirates era, we ain't really been serious. We've obviously seen City get the money and whatnot. Like you said, we never had a snowball's chance against them in the final. We ain't put them in another final, but generally since then we've been quite competitive against them and even sometimes been their favorites. Like go far back to the Emirates, we had them camped in their own half, kind of doing to us what we normally do to other people.
Facts.
So I hear you on that. I'd prefer Newcastle, naturally. City or City, it could be a bit of a precursor. Do you know what? Yeah, in terms of a statement, and you could win the League Cup final or lose it and go on and win the league or domination, variation of the two. Yeah, but now that you said that, I think that's a good point because if we do get to the final and if Newcastle don't come from behind, obviously us two teams are going at it. I know there's been other teams in shouts with winning the league, but both our teams have been going at it. So if you go and beat them at the Emirates, that gives you a confidence boost because you've got one little hoodoo of a lack of silverware. You've shown you can compete against City when the pressure's on, and it fills you with a lot of optimism, not just for the twists and turns that City and Arsenal have to do individually, but we have to buck them at the Etihad, really. Like, I'm sure you see it all the time. Every other day there's a City player coming out, and I wouldn't expect them to say anything different. Is, oh yeah, you know what, we're confident of chasing down Arsenal. Me, I don't really care about that, bro, because I've seen us be the chasers, do the chasing, and not get over the line. Everyone's got to play 38 games. Just handle your business, and no doubt we'll talk about Nottingham Forest at some point. But that's where I'm at, man. Like, I don't really care. I prefer Newcastle because it's mainly just the Newcastle social media fans. But I don't know how you are, yeah. I don't know how you are, Roms, but there's a couple of teams, and it's again, social media fans are very extreme weirdos, but there's a couple of fan bases on social media. When did you have a problem with Arsenal? Like Newcastle,
Facts.
Brighton, Aston Villa? I don't know you, Utes. Like, I really don't understand and know what your beef is. So it'd be nice to slap them, but bro, you got to be prepared to play anybody, isn't it? Really? So
No, but
bring them
DG,
on,
you
man.
see what it is with Newcastle. It's so. I'm glad you mentioned that because even the players and the fans in the ground, it's like when they was playing City the other day, it didn't feel as heated and as
Well, Morris was twerking for City. He's like, oh my god. What did he say? He was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so much tougher than so much tougher than Arsenal. They fuck us better. Allow it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I had enough of them, bro. I had
He
enough of
said
them.
he went all
And even
cuck on
sorry
them
for
and
my
that.
language, but it's late night, yeah, and I've got a lot of things to say. It's just like like some Chelsea fans, like, oh my god, we didn't play. Arsenal didn't play well. They should have battered us. We still beat. We still beat. It doesn't matter.
Facts.
We still beat bareback. Allow it, bro. Like, please allow me. Allow me. Not every day give her the mad thing from behind. Sometimes humble side you. It's midweek. We got work tomorrow. We got proper test to focus on in Nottingham Forest.
And then when
Allow
you get
me,
them to
man.
your home comfortable territory, that's when the true action, that's when it truly comes out. That's when you truly see what you're about when you're at home.
9 games,
Chelsea,
like 8 years. Allow it, bro.
yeah, Chelsea are gonna get what they deserve, but Newcastle as well. You're right. I didn't even really look at it like that. There's nothing more I'd love to see Jolinton and Gyökeres pissed after they come back against City. Imagine that they come back against City away, which I can't see happening, bro. I'll be honest. But
Yeah,
if
no, they're
that
gonna get
happened,
boxed.
they're gonna get slapped. But if that happened and then we go on and beat them in the final, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
And big up Marcel, but not for what he's saying, because you mugs are unbearable and no one likes you. Always talk like you're big dogs, but don't win nothing. I'm sorry, Arsenal are big dogs. Liverpool fans defo chat a lot. Let's have it right. All football fan bases talk nonsense. We could all find weirdos. Arsenal definitely have some special ones. But one thing I'm not going to have is one rule for Arsenal and the next rule for others, people. You know, if I just use myself as an example, I dare you to find a more balanced person on the internet. So by
Yeah,
default,
true.
we're all right. You lot were talking about quadruple a few years ago. You lot always sucking off City, allow it, bro. And you know what the thing is? There's some Arsenal fans that are special, saying we're going to win and do everything, yeah? But there's a lot of our fans, game by game, just settle, just cool. It's
Yeah.
rivals it's pundits in the media. They're doing all this. Arsenal have to, they're going to, nobody can stop them. But then at the same token, you call us bottlers, and fair enough, we ain't won the title. But
Facts.
do you, like, for me, I just want consistency. Do you rate us or not? Because nobody can stop us. We got the best defense. Now we're not on nothing. Make up your mind, man.
You know what's beautiful about Liverpool fans? They're so lucky, yes. The social media football landscape wasn't how it was when they had Roy Hodgson, when they had like Clavan and their man. I don't even know who has there, flipping Voronin up front. They had
what a throwback.
Voronin, remember him with the long blonde ponytail looking
Have
like
your
a
Aurelio
Torres.
in them, man.
Yeah, oh my goodness. So this is what I mean. Like every club goes through their phases. You got to remember, Liverpool took them over 30 years, DG, to win the league again.
We're
like
getting fucking close, I tell you.
We're getting. I mean, we're only about 6-7 years away from doing that. But United are 12 years, 13 years since they last won the league. It happens, man. Things are in phases. So everyone knows Arsenal are big dogs. Everyone knows that. The heritage don't lie.
Well,
the
they wouldn't
history
chat on
doesn't
us.
lie. Exactly. And you work in the media, you know, there's 3-4 clubs that generate the biggest views. It's Arsenal, United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Them four,
Simple.
they're the big dogs. It's the old school Super Sunday Big Four clash. That's just the 4 clubs, if you like it or not, man.
It's as simple as that, man. And by all means, I don't know about any Arsenal fan. I want all the smoke. Like, I want all the smoke.
Facts.
If you don't like us, that's your business. I don't care about what you lot have to say. Some our Arsenal fans can be unbearable. I don't care if you rate our players, etc., etc. On the topic of players, yeah, I kind of want to like focus on some individuals. I want to start with Kepa. Now, I think Kepa is calm as a second choice keeper, experienced, all of that. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's shaky though. I think Madueke is to blame for the Portsmouth goal because I think he started it, but Kepa's shot stopping weren't necessarily well. I actually think Kepa, when the opportunity was there on the ball, he was all right, and I don't think he was to blame. But like dealing with set pieces, commanding your area, I'm not convinced with him. So, what did you make of Kepa, and did it surprise you he started? If we get to the final, would you start him over out?
Listen, DG, Listen, since I was a kid, the League Cup's been that tournament where you mix up your team, right? You give your second goalie a game, you give your second right back, your
Yeah.
centre mid. So I'm not mad at Kepa playing. I get it. It's logical. And you got to keep the squad happy. But the thing with Kepa is he's an egomaniac, isn't he? He's a goalie. Goalies are notoriously mad anyway. And we all remember the moment with Sari that he had when he refused to get subbed off. I think there's a little bit of him that wanted to prove a point yesterday against Chelsea, and he was probably trying too hard. You got to think he's the most expensive keeper ever, still to this day. And Chelsea signed him, done that deal, and it didn't work out for him. So I think he just had a point to prove yesterday, and maybe got in his head and affected the way he performed. But I don't think he was awful. But then you look at the second goal, bro. He's come out for the ball, missed it,
Don't
and
think.
then Garnacho's just got a free open goal. So when it comes to the final, especially if you're playing a team like City and they've got the likes of Haaland, Shirky, Semenyo now, Foden, there's only a certain gap of error for margin. So, yeah, ideally, if I was a true savage, bro, I'm starting Raya in the final, I'll be honest. But something just tells me Arteta knows he's got to start Kepa because he's played every other game leading to it.
And this is what I asked Jess. This is what I asked the chat all day. It's like it's a weird one, man, because obviously, like everybody wants to play and whatnot. If I'm Arteta, I think Arteta is gonna play Raya. I mean, I'm gonna play Kepa because I
Same.
thought Raya would have started yesterday, really. And
Yeah.
I guess he's got faith in him and whatnot. And if you provided we get through of the semi-finals, I can't imagine you're not gonna start your cup keeper in the final. But that being said, it is a final. You put a gun to your head, you have to play your best team. Raya is way better than Kepa with the greatest of respect to Kepa. I'm not really convinced, but as a number two, I ain't got no smoke for you. Let's kind of move this on, yeah. Timber looked a bit shaky yesterday at left
Ooh.
back. Because surely that's the two starting fullbacks for Nottingham Forest, provided obviously there's no positive prognosis around the Hincapiés and the Calafiores and whatnot. I'd actually start with Skelly for its worth.
Yeah, I'm not ready to write him off, bro. I think we should give Lewis Skelly a start. I think it'll be a good opportunity to rest Ben White or Timber. I know we'll talk about Ben White. I thought he was class yesterday. The thing is, bro, Timber's not. He's not like crazy fast, is he? He's quick, but he's not rapid. He's not Hakimi. He's not Nuno Mendes level speed. So when he's playing against Esteval, I sort of expect him to get ran against, but I thought Timber done all right. I thought he done all right. He didn't let Esteval get too many shots off. After Chelsea scored the second, Esteval licked a nice shot off at
That's
right
all
at
Chelsea fans
Kepa.
got. Oh my God, that's the foul skills. Crazy. He's a quality player for what it's worth, but you lot do that, we'll maneuver.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. Nah, he's their like shiny new toy in it.
He's
He's the
cold, man.
shiny new toy. He's Brazilian. If his name was actually Steve and not the Brazilian version of Steve, they probably wouldn't love him as much. But Esteval, he had a good game against Timber. I'll be honest. The
At least he didn't run.
commentator,
I don't know where that Cole Palmer guy is. He never plays against us.
bruh, he seems to always be ill. It's always illness when he plays. It is
Must
weird.
really
It
be
is
cold.
weird. Yeah, yeah, facts. He's living up to the name. But yeah, bruh, I'm not worried about Timber at left back. I think he just played against a quick, exciting player, but I don't think he had too much joy against him, man.
You can count on one hand how many like underwhelming games Timbers had. I ain't got a problem with it. For me, and I've said this on my platform, I feel where you look at Miles Lewis Skelly, it's a bit of a triple whammy. I feel clearly we're just trying to get the job done this year. And Arteta trusts a lot of the other players a lot more, really, because they're more experienced. Like Miles Lewis Skelly and Wanyeri. I'm not saying it's right, but they might be 10 out of 10, 1 week and then underwhelming the next. The others might just drop consecutive sixes. I feel
Yeah,
Miles Lewis Skelly's got a double whammy because of the experience, because there's expectation, because we've actually changed the way we build up from the left-hand side. You're
facts.
almost playing like a traditional left back. We all know he's a midfielder, so you're kind of crippled. But in a weird way, obviously, I want to see more of Wanyeri. I want to see more of Eze. I want to see more of Miles Lewis Skelly. But in a weird way, yeah, with Miles Lewis Skelly and Wanyeri, I kind of like the roles they're in, not because they're not playing, but it's like we're letting young men be young men. Like, I don't want us to go down. Obviously, if you're good enough, you're old enough, you're going to play in it. There's them things there. But I don't want us to go back to how it was during the early Emirates era, or definitely
Yeah,
when Saka was coming up, Nelly was coming up, Smith Rowe was coming up, where, yeah, they're young players, but we're living or dying by you lot's performances. And I feel that's not really the thing for me. I do want to see more down that left. So I'm never going to give up on Miles Lewis Skelly. But the cold reality is Calafiori ain't put a foot wrong. Nketiah is ahead of you in the pecking order. Where Eze is concerned, and actually Wanyeri, Marino's got a better partnership. Wherever you put him in midfield with Zubamendi, that's going to be the thing. I want to keep up the theme with some individuals, yeah? Talk to me about, who should we start with? You know what? Benjamin White, man, he did his thing yesterday, man.
Benny Blanco, the boy. But I'm nervous whenever I watch him because of how his injuries have been. You know, he's had them niggly hamstring, knee injuries. I always just think, don't get injured. But listen, I love him. And to be honest, bro, like I think it'll be interesting to see what the chat think. And shouts out my show. That's a funny comment. Man said they love him if his name was Steve. Yeah, you know Chelsea would love him if his name's Steve. But yeah, like I don't know if you remember, DG. A lot of people criticised Timber against Everton because he didn't cross the ball to Gyökeres and he cut it back for Saka.
Well, everyone, if you don't pass to Gyökeres, there's a section of Arsenal fans, they're on you for life still.
Yeah.
Even the Star Boys getting it.
Exactly. And you know, it is for me, I was in two minds. You played football at a decent level. I played right wing. For me, the way I would taught to play, the position Timber had the ball in and Ben White, which is similar, you whip the ball across the face of the goal because anything can happen. Man is sliding in. I get it. It's the nice tactic training thing when you cut it back because there's a man in space and he's got more time. And
how many times have we seen that Saka Ben White overlap thing, which led to the goal, man?
Literally, so it does work. It's. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but the way Ben White slapped the ball across for Gyökeres yesterday, poor goalkeeping. Listen, DG, Robert Sanchez is stinky. I don't know what they see in him because Poch.
It's used for the chocolate teapot.
Yeah, yeah, well, bro. I don't know what he's good for. Like Poch started him, Maresca started him, Rosenier started him, but that was dodgy. But Gyökeres is on hand to just tap it in. For me, Ben White, I think he should get a little go at right back. I'm not saying he plays instead of Timber, but I think Arteta now, when the likes of Calafiori and Nketiah are back, there's no excuse for Arteta to not rotate the two of them between the Premier League and Champions League. I don't know if you agree.
Let me press you on that, yeah. Pause. What do you make of when you say rotation? What do you mean, though? Like, what do you mean? Like, is it a thing where when Timber evidently looks spent, bring Ben White on, or is it a thing where
you want me to paint you a picture, DG? Let me paint you a picture.
Man. Yeah, man.
Let me paint the picture.
I think there needs to be a clear hierarchy, but I agree with what you're saying.
Nah, you've woken me up because I agree. But you know, when you're playing FMG and you got your nasty Wednesday away leg at PSG, you're going to Paris, then Parisians are mad. You know what the atmosphere is like. And then on the Sunday, Super Sunday, even Saturday evening, you might just have a little away trip to Bournemouth or an away trip to, I don't know, Brighton. That is when I think you start Timber Champions League or Ben White, either or, and then you play the other on the weekend.
I hear that.
I think that's where a lot of our injury problems have come from. And I agree with you. I'm a big advocate for your strongest starting 11. But I think when you get into the crunch time and you got FA Cup.
Cute and clever.
You got to be clever, bro. We might have a Carabao Cup final. We get to the final of the Carabao Cup. We're heading towards playing every game at every competition, bro. And that's not a bad thing, but you have to be smart. And I think I like what you said about Lewis Skelly and Wanyeri. They're prime now for that part of the season. They can come into the FA Cup games and then they can give the more senior players a rest. That's what I mean. I'm not saying, all right, you play that game, he plays the next, you play that game. Nah, it's got to be smart. If Timber's in form, let him start 2 games in a row. If Ben White's in form, but I do just think if both of them are playing well, don't be afraid to mix it up, man.
And these are the problems we wanted, man. Talk to me about Saliba, because I feel nobody, like, I remember when Chelsea fans used to compare Saliba to Fofana. You need to compare Saliba to Esteval, because if you actually watch the game, people, well, the way Saliba was high pressing, Saliba's defo watching Saka and Trossard in training, he's trying to score screamers and that. I think there's no superlatives for Saliba, in it. He's wavy, he's everything, man. He's got it all, man.
I don't know what you think, Hand of Arsenal on Twitter. I've not spoken to you about him. You having him? You think he's legit?
I like him. Yeah. Out of all them ITKs, he's always in the chat. But I like Hand of Arsenal. Pick him up, man. I got time for him still.
I like him. I think he's legit. And he put out a tweet at halftime, I think, or maybe during the second half, and he said it's gotten to the point now where he's so good we don't appreciate him. And I think a lot of us, me and you both included,
especially in the last 3-4 games.
Oh, Brad. Probably the last year since
Yeah, yeah,
Gabriel's been
yeah.
heading in all them corners, bro. Ever since Gabriel's become a goal scoring centre back, I think we've sort of favoured him over Saliba. Even one of my boys at work the other day asked me who my favourite three Arsenal players are at the minute. I think I said
That's a
Rice.
nasty question.
It was nasty. I think I said Rice, Saka, and Gabriel. And he said to me, it's easy though, isn't it? But that's the flavour of the month. 2-3 years ago, Odegaard probably would have been in there. Saliba definitely would have been in there.
That's a
You
good
might have even
question.
had a Gabriel Jesus or a Ben White in there. So I feel a little bit sorry for Saliba, but you're right. And I want to get your three favourite Arsenal players as well. But
Three's horrible, Roms, man.
it's disgusting. I didn't like the question. But Saliba, Vavavoom, he's got that je ne sais quoi. He's got that. He's just got that pizzazz, man. There's something about Saliba. And the fact he signed his new deal and turned down Real Madrid, because he did turn down Real Madrid. If he let his contract run out, Real Madrid would have been in for him. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, Chelsea, City.
The whole
Every
lot
club,
would have sniffed at it.
everyone. So, yeah, big up William Saliba, man. But, yeah, let's get them three favourites, bro. And
Fucking
even
hell,
in the
Roms.
chat, what do you reckon the chat's going to say?
Roms, you're nasty, you know.
Bro,
I have to. Oh, fuck, man.
I said Saka, Rice, and Gabriel.
Bro,
But
if you gave me four, yeah, I think it's easy, innit? But, bro, Emirates era, I ain't seen it. I haven't, like, these last 3-4 years, yeah, this is the most decent we've been defensively, yeah. Big up, I'll give some nominations, yeah. They won't be top three yet. Big up Declan Rice. Shout out Shuri and Timber. Big up you, man, innit? And couple Raya, couple other man. Big you lot all up. I love all of you lot, especially the Haylenders.
oh,
But
what? This is honourable mentions, man.
honorable mentions, but
Ah.
Gabriel Magalhaes, you and Saliba complement each other. I don't know who's better in terms of ability and the graciousness. Saliba is just, I think he's got a gift from the gods. Gabriel Magalhaes is their big bro. I think defensively we've dropped off a cliff this season. I think we're a good defensive side. Last year and the year before we was a great defensive side, but they complement each other very well. I have to say both of them because, bro, the Emirates era, we've had jokemen defenses and defenders, and so much people will pray for one of Saliba or Magalhaes, let alone both of them. So I have to throw them into it. Rice, big up your thing. But I have to go with the star boy. I have to remember, like, when it wasn't cool, like, no disrespect to all the other players, yeah. But even when Saliba was over them sides on loan, when Magalhaes never went Turkey, when Saka was playing left back, when I don't want to upset anyone, so I'm not even going to name the 11. When madness was going on, Saka was the one making the difference 9 times out of 10 in it. So I'm so here for it. So I'd go with them. This is a good question, you know. Is Saliba trending to be the best centre back in the world? How short is Saliba of being the best centre back in the world? For me, I think there's two things. I think you need to do it for France because I do feel all of them France centre backs, when they're paired with each other, especially Saliba, they're being a bit shaky. Saliba does have leadership qualities, but I need him to be kind of the big bro in his own right. And I still haven't seen that, if I'm honest. I go back to the Real Madrid game where he was good. He made the mistake at the Bernabeu. When we lost Magalhaes early in the season, it was a bit shaky. But the best thing Saliba can do, and honestly, it's fickle, but it's how football goes, is silverware, in it. That's the only thing. It's silverware now. And it's not just him. It's not tennis where you're playing by yourself. It's silverware. And actually, before you answer it, Roms, because I think I want to get your thoughts on this from William Saliba as well. It's so hard with this thing on my hand to share my screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, man,
button.
You're not bleeding out over there. Innit? Get the likes in people. DG's bleeding out for the stream.
For the cause. But anyways, yeah. Before you answer that, bit of a twofold question, Roms, yeah. What do you make of this from Saliba? He said, "We want to win everything. I think I'm tired of winning this season without anything in my pocket. So now we have 4 competitions. My pockets were empty last year, and now we want to win everything." He's obviously mentioned all 4 trophies we're in. And then he said, "Of course, it's not easy. It's easy to say it. So we want to prove it on the pitch. We'll give everything to win every title." So, yeah, man. What do you think Saliba's lacking to be being recognized as the best? And what do you make of those comments?
Well, you know what's funny? I watched that interview. It was on CBS with Ria Coker and Dini and them, man. So shout them lot out. Dini, good guy, but he's a troll.
I know Arsenal fans won't be happy, but he's actually nice.
Yeah, Dini's a good guy, but he's a troll. He's a proper troll. But, bro, this is why I was just praising him, DG, because man turned down Real Madrid and said, "Listen, I'm not leaving Highbury, North London, the Emirates, until I got a big boy in my pocket." Pause. Yeah,
and making us 100 million.
Exactly. Yeah, land us 100 mil, maybe 150. because he's that good.
I'm a centre back. Man, ain't no centre back going for 150, bro.
Yeah, nah, you're not wrong. The
Yeah,
age and all of that. Nah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But listen, is he the best centre back in the world currently? I mean, who's better, DG? I'm just trying to think.
I'm trying to think of their candidates.
You'd look at the likes of Marquinhos and Pacho. PSG aren't exactly doing well at the minute. Just got knocked out by Paris FC. Their rivals. Their stadium is literally across the road from theirs. Look out for Paris FC as well. Interesting story. Owned by one of the richest families in France, but that's for another day. Even you look at the likes of Barca and Real Madrid. Have they got a centre back that's better than Saliba? Rudiger's probably past his peak. They've got Asensio, who I don't rate really. I think it's Saliba, Gabriel, or Van Dijk for me. And at the minute, Saliba's probably playing the best out of the three. So I think he's probably the most informed, but you got to put respect on people like Van Dijk's name, Rudiger's name.
Yeah, they've given a lot to their game, man.
You got to put respect on.
Think about the old days. They're the old days.
Yeah, even like Marquinhos, man, he's been around for years.
I'm surprised he's still at Paris and he's staying there, innit? I thought he'd be in Spain because you mentioned the two Spanish clubs at some point. He's definitely not us. He's definitely Marquinhos, definitely not us, Ash.
Nah, Marquinhos he might be having a bad season at the minute, but yeah, he's not us. That it is as well. I had to mention it. I've been meaning to talk to you about it. Vinicius Jr. I wrote him off, said he's the Brazilian Anthony Gordon, yeah. And then I'm watching the Super Cup the other day. Yeah. You was right, bro. I'm sorry. I take it back.
So you still wouldn't mash up the wage structure for Vinicius?
After seeing that goal, we can talk. Because I forgot. DG. I haven't seen that from Vinny in a long time. I think since Mbappe's gone there, he's gone in the shell. But the reason I mention that is I know this is your show, bro. Forgive me.
No,
but I love
you're the guest.
What are you making of these links to Anthony Gordon, bruv? Because I can't do it anymore, DG. Chat, let me know. I'm just not having Anthony Gordon. When I said Vinicius Jr. was the Brazilian Anthony Gordon, that was a part. I was criticizing him. I don't rate Anthony Gordon.
See how God humbled you. See, this is why I don't be dissing no one no more,
I'm learning. Hey, listen, my first year proper in the content game, I'm learning, DG. You got to be careful. You got to pick your words carefully. But what do you make of that? Surely Anthony Gordon's not the ceiling raiser we need, bro.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, definitely not a season raiser. But do you know what it is? I don't think there's anything in the links now because we're not moving from in Jan. We could be working in the back burners. Where I take it seriously is because I remember Ornstein and that kind of caliber.
Yeah.
Every now and again on the Athletic, they say like Arsenal are interested. Arsenal are very they admire him and all those kind of things. So I do think there's interest in him. He's going to cost a shitload amount of money. I actually like Gordon, but I always listen to fans, or I try to listen to a pocket of fans that, like, I might think I know about Cole Palmer. I think he's a baller. But a Chelsea fan that's watching him up and down the country week in, week out, or overseas doing the same thing, yeah, they obviously are watching him, so they've got a different opinion. A bit like Palace fans with Eze, because a lot of things they said about Eze, not that we've seen him, yeah, I think they've kind of come true. And I think a lot of Newcastle fans, when they talk about Gordon, it's not that they don't rate him; they think he's good, like, but he's a bit of a fair weathery kind of player. And I'm
seeing man say Barnes is better than Murphy.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And 9 times out of 10, I think with Gordon, I ain't watching no Newcastle at 3 p.m. innit? So I think when I happen to catch him on Sky Sports and that, he's always doing the madness. I mean, his Barnett's horrible, but he's always doing the madness. I'm not on it because it's gonna cost a shit load amount of money and all those things. But then people do like to say this for argument's sake. If Arteta and Arsenal do want that, then why not?
Yeah.
Who else is there? We could talk about that Yildiz brother. We spoke about this last week. I think you get the best out of him centrally. The Semenyo thing is gone. I would have loved him. It depends on the price. But if we're bothering anyone for Newcastle, if we're bothering Newcastle for Newcastle players, I know he's injury prone, but Livramento, Tonali, Bruno Gomares. That's what I'm trying to trouble.
Lewis Hall, baller.
Lewis Hall, them kind of ones. And they're all going to cost a pretty penny. You could argue, Mr. Gordon, he's Premier League proven. Obviously, this is probably not going to ring true now, yeah, because Martinelli's been doing his thing as a super sub and Trossard's made that spot his own. But if we went to the summer, people still would have probably said, "No, I'm not having Anthony Gordon." But would he have started? Would people have had him over Martinelli and Trossard? Maybe.
Nah, surely not. Bro.
Remember the talking points around both of them. They wanted both gone. I was frontline saying we need to keep them, but the only difference I was saying is, and I still maintain this, should have brought that Semenyo, should have brought that blockbuster up Razor and had them two in the squad. I think they'll do it, But surely
for
about
me,
60 million.
DG, yeah, what for Gordon 60?
Surely they're on because
Yeah,
you know yourself. If you got a Gordon, if you got Elliot Anderson, if you got Adam Wharton, obviously big up Elliot Anderson and Wharton, but you're looking at 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million to even get
yeah,
on the phone for any English talent. Look what we paid for Rice.
yeah. Now you're right. But this is why I'm glad you mentioned Anderson and Wharton, because you see Anderson and Wharton, I think they're the best at their age in that position that are English. I'm trying to think who's better at their age. Maybe you could look at Mainu, but he's obviously not really playing. I think
He needs to earn his chops again, man. Get them ratings back.
Mainu's probably more of an attacking player as well. I don't think he's got the legs for that 6 position or even the 8 really. But bro, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers,
even him,
bro. He's
ridiculous. He's Forest's top goal scorer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Into the weekend.
Oh, not Gibbs White. Rogers.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm getting the lads confused. Morgan Rogers is more than welcome to sign for this football club as well, man.
They're both light skinned and they're cool.
Oh, I'm moving like that referee that sent off Oxlade-Chamberlain and Gibbs.
Hey, you're mad, man.
I'd have Rogers.
Morgan
tomorrow.
Rogers.
Left wing.
Hey, and bro, you see, shouts out Boy 10, yeah.
Big
Morgan Rogers. I was gonna say 120 mil. Bargain. I'm telling you, DG, bargain.
At this point, I'm on it. It's not my bread. Not that I got 100 odd million quid. Get it done in it. Like football's gone ridiculous now. Might as well.
I think, and this might be mad what I'm saying. I honestly think this summer all we need is Rogers and Gehi. If you sell Jesus, maybe you get another forward in. But bro, I don't think this squad needs a lot this summer. Especially if we win some big silverware. I don't think you want to add.
What's the silverware got to do with bringing in players?
Because the silverware justifies whether you need to improve or not. Why do you think we went and signed 6-7 players in the summer? Because we didn't deliver silverware.
We're paying for the sins of the past. But then let me split that back at you then and say, using Football Manager as an example, yeah. Has there not been times where players have been in great form? You've won the Prem, you've won the Champs, you've won this. You thought to yourself, yo, I might buy a centre mid, I might buy a left winger, but my man done his thing this season. Let me allow it. The new season starts now and it's Kalas. So arguably, when you get to that pinnacle, you should be even more paranoid and want to force the boat out a bit more. I think we need 2 centre mids. That's my unpopular opinion already. Like
you're mad, innit? Yeah. Nah, to be honest, we do need a centre mid. Nah,
or one, if we're gonna put Lewis Kelly in there, then there's 2 by default now.
This is what I was thinking. Is I think Lewis Skelly, the fact he's struggling at left back, I think is a gift and a curse for him, because I think it's going to force Arteta's hand going centre mid. I also think you got to remember we got Eze, Wanyeri, and Odegaard, who are all quite similar. I don't think you'll rarely or ever see a midfielder Odegaard and Wanyeri playing. You could do it with Rice playing with them, but I just don't think Arteta would do that. You
don't forget Marino and have lots of options in there as well.
Exactly. So for me, even Morgan Rogers, bro, you could play in one of their midfield positions. So, and then if you do what you said and keep Trossard and Martinelli, then you can do that even more. For me, I just think you don't want to touch the squad too much. And I think Morgan Rogers is the sort of player where I think he's better than all our left-sided players, bro. I met him as well a few months back.
Yeah, I saw that on TalkSport, innit? You interviewed him.
Yeah, with TalkSport. And bro, you see Morgan Rogers, he's so humble and just like, I don't know why I thought he might have a bit of not arrogance, but just footballers, they got that belief in it. Like, that Jude belief, but proper,
he's like just a calm dude, isn't it?
Calm, almost, I'm not going to say shy, but just cool, calm. And I think he fits into the squad. It's sort of why I said don't get Vinny, because I think he fucks the whole squad up. I think he comes in.
Some bastards though, man.
You do. But I want my defenders and midfielders to be bastards. Maybe the forwards. But you see Havertz, he's a bastard, but he's a good guy. He's a bit like
a bastard, but like, where's the ability at?
Yeah, that's
big him up. I'm not trying to do him there, because I like Kai, but
that was a little uppercut. There was no.
Yeah, I'm like, where's the ability at? Like Henry, obviously, I'm not asking everyone to be Henry, but Henry had that.
You're doing that Henry as a coach, innit? He's looking at man in MLS saying, "Why can't you just bend yourself in?" Well, I'm not Thierry Henry, bro.
Yeah. That's why, you know what? There's obviously examples of people that have won stuff in their careers and won stuff as a manager, but there's a correlation. You very rarely get world-class footballers being world-class managers because of that. Roy Keane's another one. My teacher in college, when I used to do sports science, he always used to mention Roy Keane because he used to, at the time, he knew someone that was at Sunderland, and he was like, Roy Keane was one of the worst coaches purely because Roy Keane would get frustrated. He would give a demonstration, hit some mad pass, and then get vexed at the players because he can't do it. Like, you're not Roy Keane, bro. Like, he would literally grab them by their clothes. Like, you've got to be patient, and that's why you see someone like a Jose. They ain't really done nothing in their careers as a footballer, but they're excelling. Of course, you get a Pep, you get an Arteta, fairly established careers going and doing their thing, but you've got to be able to coach. You've got to be able to listen. You've got to have patience. It's essentially being a teacher. I don't want to go off topic, but I have to, because while I'm enjoying this football conversation, talk to me about Gyökeres, man. Surely he gets 15 goals this season. And can I say, you look at the system at Arsenal, it's probably tends towards a false nine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I say that to say this. Gyökeres arguably was an Arsenal's first choice target. He's probably our second choice striker to Kai Havertz. At this moment in time, he's scored the most important goal and by default goal of the season in the semi-finals against Chelsea. I'm a shameless bet your bottom dollar, but we have to put some respect on Gyökeres. We were scared last week, bro. Chat to me about Gyökeres.
Listen, you know that's my boy. I won't do the celebration just because you might kick me out of here. But goals
if I could, I would. You know that.
With the band, he's got his hand wrapped up at the minute.
Yeah. He's got his hand as well. He got Gyökeres.
Gyökeres 8 goals now this season. Listen, 15 is that the bar, DG? I still think he can get 20. I still think he should be aiming for 12 more goals. Now I hear it, and maybe I need to chill out. But listen, what does he need? Imagine he gets 2 goals in 2 separate games. That's 14. That's 12. Sorry. So then he only needs 8 more. For me, he still needs to be aiming for 20. Even that really isn't that great. I thought he could get 20 in the league alone. But listen, it was good to see him. And for me, the best part about Gyökeres yesterday was his assist, because a lot of what he gets criticized,
him having a shot in the first half for me, I had tears in my eyes, man.
And he fashioned it himself. But
this is what I'm saying.
And this is what I was trying to say to you last time, bro. Yeah, is he can do it. He just isn't doing it. And I know what you're saying about the levels of opposition, but bro, you can't tell me you just forget how to move. It's like you forgot how to move, how he forgot how to turn, how he forgot he could take a touch, wait, and then go. Everything was just clumsy. And yesterday, even how he set up Zubimendi, it didn't look pretty. He sort of looks like he's on stilts, like he's not fully balanced. But
this is what we wanted.
This is what we wanted. Link-up play. You're not just here to score. Like you said, our system does suit a false nine. If Gyökeres improves his link-up play, he's going to be deadly for us. So I was happy for him, proud of him. What did you make of the Saka thing? Are you reading anything into it?
I wanted to ask you this, man, because me and you have done a few shows. I'm not subscribing to the fans of, oh my god, like Gyökeres, Saka doesn't want anyone to have the limelight and all that kind of crap. Yeah, but the way he does push Saka, I don't think it's a thing, but it's one where I wish I could ask Gyökeres, what were you feeling? Because Magalhaes has ran to him. He showed Magalhaes some love. He's gone to Ben White. It was a relationship made in Brighton, currently at Arsenal. I don't know if you've acknowledged Saka still. Maybe just in the heat of the moment.
He done a little hand thing.
I can't lie to you, bro. I want that because as long as there's no egos, I don't think. Obviously, you have egos as a footballer, but I don't think Saka's ego is above the club. Neither do I with Gyökeres. I have a hard time with some football fans, because even the Rice thing, when he's having a bit of argument with the coach. You've played football. These things happen, bro. Man, argue with their brethren, man, argue. If we go to war with ourselves, so when we're going to war with other people, they stand no chance. And you know my thoughts. I want good men. I don't want nice guys. I need savages who they're leaving training. There's an old lady needs help across the road. You're on that, but you're ready to tear teams limb from limb. I don't want good youths no more. I'm not on that. So I like Gyökeres. I'm not reading too much into it, but what about you, man?
Listen, you're right. You're funny, Brad, because I agree. You don't want them to be pally. And that Rice video shocked me, actually. Maybe we need to talk a little bit about that. But for me, just before Gyökeres scores, Saka's got the ball. And I think you've probably seen it. Hasselbank and Redknapp done some analysis on it after the game. And it's like Saka had a chance to just play it into Gyökeres. I don't actually think he was in the greatest position, to be honest, but
This is what I'm saying.
It's the principle of Gyökeres wants it and he's not getting it. And you see, he does. He rolls his eyes, he flips
Is it
his
even
head
that
back.
deep? Strikers you don't get the ball, you're gonna strop. And if he does play that ball at that time, it might not have gone to you.
But you've also, you know that when you play with certain man, you don't always actually want to give them the ball. I've played with man where I'm like, I don't really want to give him the ball there.
Or you want to, you want to dumb it down a bit, like
like you can have the ball, but not there. You can have it over here. And I think Saka's one of them guys. Like you said, I think you got a spot on. He's a good guy, but Saka's not a nice guy. I was watching some interviews you said, and he's spoken a lot to Henry, Ian Wright, and these lot. And Saka said in the thing, he was like, you don't want to be a nice guy. He was like, being nice doesn't actually get you anywhere. And I think Saka's had to train himself to be like that. And I think Saka is quite selfish, not in a negative way, but he believes in himself and he wants to score. Saka wants to be the main man. That is his sort of, I believe that's what he thinks. I believe that's why he wants the most money at the club. I saw an agent was talking on a podcast, and apparently Arsenal pretty much told all agents, if you come to Arsenal, you're not getting more than what Saka's on.
But then you might not sign the players on Saka's level or better. And that leads me to wonder, like, what was you really trying to get Rodrigo then? Because Rodrigo, whether you re-rate him or not, if you're him, realistically, you're trying to get 250k, 300 odd grand a week and whatnot. I don't read too much into it, man. If I'm honest, Gyökeres, if you're not happy, get onto Saka. Saka, if you're not happy, get onto him. Get that relationship going. I do want to ask you though, because for me, I've said this to you before. I don't think it's been as evident as it was yesterday, but like, I think Odegaard was crap yesterday. But the one thing he was doing, we were trying to find Gyökeres, and I think in the last few games, they've actively been a bit more trying to. And I think clearly Arteta's done something tactically. Clearly Gyökeres has put his big boy pants on. And clearly, like, everything's just clicked into place. Players are trying to find him. Isolate to Chelsea. Arteta's put the conditions in the right way. And Gyökeres has done everything we want. Like, man can talk about space invading, dropping deep, occupying centre-backs, but you're in the right area. So it's like, why for you in that isolated Chelsea game, why did it all come into place then? Is it a case of, a broken clock is right twice a day, or is the penny finally dropped and he's finally arrived type of thing?
You know what's funny, bro? I see a lot of people posting in group chats. I mean, you know that meme where the guy's sliding in the catches, the shit guy finally scores. Like, it is savage, isn't it? I feel for your crowd.
I'll be doing the same.
Yeah, it's savage. It is savage. But for me, it's a mixture of things. It's a mixture of Chelsea not being that great defensively. I don't think they're good. You mentioned Fofana earlier. I don't think he's that great. Badiashile, we all know about him.
They're all accidents waiting to happen, man.
Literally, but also
decap motors. If we've got Rolls Royces, they got decaps, man.
Bro, they need to take them off the road. They're write-offs, bro. And Fofana costs that
failed MOTs, man.
Bro, big write-off. Big write-off. But I think also it's time, innit, DG? You might remember better than me not to do that to you, bro. But when Henry signed, I believe he didn't hit the ground running. Pires, I don't think Pires did. You said none of them did. Like, we're in an era now where you don't get time. People are loving off Shirky because Shirky's doing it now. Semenyo, come in instant. We're in an era where people ain't got patience. Everything's now. Everyone wants everything today. So people are just not patient. Whereas me, I've gotten a bit of an agenda. I'm giving less time to Madueke than Gyökeres. So people are biased. I get that. I'm biased.
Gaffers, everyone, me, you, everybody.
Everyone's got bias. Everyone's got bias. So for me, Gyökeres will work. It's just a matter of time for me. I think Gyökeres mentally, when you think, bro, he sees everything online. You remember the celebration where he looks in the camera, does his hair flick. He's probably been seeing himself in the Tims, getting rinsed. Look at Lukaku. Lukaku wanted to run back to Italy because everyone had him in Tims. Like, at the end of the day, bro, you got to respect this guy. He's a human being.
Shitstorm that he signed for at Arsenal, man.
Bro, honestly, you go from Coventry, Sporting Lisbon, and then Arsenal. It's through the roof, the levels.
Well, we've been dying for a striker. We're trying to win the league. There's been question marks about Arteta's attacking this. And I do think, obviously, there has been fair criticisms on Gyökeres.
Yeah.
But the way man talk is that we spent 100 odd million quid on him. And obviously, I'm in Arsenal mode. There's a lot of positives and concerns. And, he's going to have to show that he's laid a marker down. But when you look at some other strikers around in this day and age that have made the move, they're not really doing what Gyökeres is doing.
Right.
They say a striker's job is score goals.
DG, I was seeing man say Lucas Perez is better than him, Shamak's better than him.
Too
Like,
much, too much,
it's
too
just
far,
too, even Yaya Sanogo, like,
too
when man
far.
are just going too far,
Gassing it, man.
it's just like, let's just breathe and relax. But you're right, Walter Marder had a decent start. I don't think he scored I think he scored an own goal more recently than his last goal. Ekatike's been good, but he's
Yeah,
had an
he's been the
injury in
standout.
recent weeks. But even Ekatike, I don't think he's got more than 10 goals, has he? João Pedro's been decent. Isak obviously unlucky with the injury. Sesko's not been great. He had 7 shots on target against Burnley. Everyone was getting gassed. All them Arsenal fans who wanted Sesko saying, "Look at that! Well, 7 shots on target and 2 goals for me is good, but it's not great, is it?"
Be nice if Gyökeres. Sorry to cut you, but it'd be nice if Gyökeres shoots a bit more as well, because I think that's something that's mad.
But DG, do you see? You couldn't tell me, bro. In what world do you see an Arsenal player in this current team having 3, 4 shots on target, let alone 7? This team don't shoot, bro. We don't shoot.
The one that
Really.
he does, people are calling him selfish. Bakayo.
Saka, exactly. He's the only boy and that's why I love him, because he puts the team on his back. He takes risks. But yeah, you're right. Outside of Saka, like my boy put a bet on yesterday, Trossard 2 shots on target. I said, "You're mad. He'll do well to get one, and if it is, it's probably a goal." So I don't know, man. Like Gyökeres, people have got an agenda against him. I get it. He's not a footballer's footballer, but that's sort of why I like him. He's a bit of a shithouse. He's a bit of a throwback
Bulldozer,
nine.
ugly.
Yeah, he just wants to bang, and I'm on that. I just want my 9 to just be on goals, and I got faith in him, man. Let's see what he does.
I can't lie, yeah. I think we need to talk about Marino, because I think Saliba / Gyökeres, they're men of the match. Zubamendi will get on to based on the second half. He did his thing, yeah. But I think Marino was very good, you know. I think the other subs that came on, specifically not Magalhaes, definitely not. Jesus and Martinelli, I think they were crap. I think Marino was very good. And I think in certain conditions and certain roles and certain uses, he's a perfect player to have in the squad. I think the issue is Arteta tries to run it where the conditions aren't necessarily right. Aston Villa away comes to mind, but he's never going to get his flowers, man. But what do you make of Marino?
Yeah, I mean, you said it there. It's weird, Marino. Like, why can't he play how he did yesterday every time he plays in midfield? I was convinced this guy's not a midfielder. I convinced myself he's a misprofiled
midfield, really, but
yeah, like this. I mean, yesterday was the Marino. I think that might be his best game from midfield, unless I'm mistaken. And that he only played 20 minutes, half hour.
I'll make you right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of better games. His best games for Arsenal come from him as a 9. Yeah, like Champions League, Premier League. So yeah, big up Marino. Even that chance he had where Sanchez saves, even him getting in the box to be there for the shot. I rate Marino. I think he's a sort of squad player. I think he's what Granit Xhaka would be if he stayed, in terms of he's there. We needed to probably move past Granit Xhaka. I know he's doing bits at Sunderland, but
5 assists.
Yeah, I know he's doing bits. It's tough, innit? I love Xhaka, but I do think we
needed
probably
to
were
move
right.
on, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, needed to just move on. And Marino's good. He contributes to the team. And Arteta trusts him. He makes him captain a lot of the time, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't.
You read that? Do you read that much into the captain's thing?
Well, I was just gonna say I don't think captain, but you know it is, DG. When I was growing up, captain was everything, man.
Yeah, but it's changed now. And that Arsenal, Gallas wore it. So for me, I stopped taking it seriously during the Emirates era. I'll be real. If you're a leader, lead, bro. Like Rice and all them, man.
Gallas, yeah. When Gallas was captain, that was sad. When he was,
I remember we used to give it to anyone who was gonna leave. It's like, oh, stay, your captain now. It stopped being serious a long time ago.
You're right, Henri, Fabregas, Van Persie. You're right. But look, I like Marino. He doesn't get me that excited when I've seen him play, but good player.
Someone said he's like a bank manager. I was like, yeah, you're right. Still, he just does.
He does not look like a baller, does he? He looks like he should be in a suit, bruv.
I've got time for him, man, because if I'm honest, relative to ability, I think we get a lot more out of you than the more stars and the biggest shirt sellers and all of those kind of things. I can't not speak about Marino and not speak about Odegaard, because every now and again on my watch-alongs, there's a running joke like, is Arteta listening? I was crying for Marino in midfield. It sounds mad, innit? Purely for Odegaard, because that can help us see it out. Odegaard, he was dead, man. I'm not even onto you about the mistake. Mistakes happen. Obviously, we spoke about that earlier, but it felt like a few weeks ago, Odegaard was really kicking on. Now, bar coming off the bench where he looked good with some neat little touches for Eze and trying to find Havertz.
Yeah.
I think we're getting back to square one, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you know what it is with what you see? I don't know what he is sometimes, bro. I honestly don't know what he is sometimes. I don't think he was awful yesterday, but that's what you're saying. Your standards for him are up here. So
Yeah,
when
he's a
he's not,
baller.
yeah, when he's not meeting his high standard, you question it. It's like Saka. Like certain man can get away with, like Marino. He had a good game and you're gassed. Whereas Odegaard's good game's not enough. He needs to be outstanding. So I agree. Like the weird thing with Odegaard is I think Zubimendi and Rice outshone him yesterday, especially Zubimendi. And one thing I like with Zubimendi, he gives me like classic Spanish midfielder vibes, where he can just do every single role. He doesn't really need to excel in one. I remember I've seen Xavi pop up with goals for Barca, where he's just in the box and he's scoring, but then he can go into the six and sit. Zubimendi is one of them. He's just a pure footballer.
He's going to go through the Declan Rice thing. Like, this is a meaty. This is as poor as, and it sounds mad, this is as meaty as Zubimendi is going to be. There's more goals, there's more assists. We've got two multifunctional midfielders. Probably see the best of him next season, but I make you right, man.
Nah, bro. And that's sort of what I meant earlier, DG, when I said we shouldn't add too much, because I think we need to build on Rice and Zubimendi. And I'd actually love to see Rice, Zubimendi, and Eze more, because I'm pretty sure when Odegaard was injured, we scored a lot of goals with them three playing. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mistaken, that was our midfield three against Tottenham when we beat them 4-1. Yeah. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. But Rice and Zubimendi are class, and I think Odegaard is almost, I don't want to say hiding, but he's got good enough players alongside him now where he doesn't always need to be the main man, if you know what I mean. Whereas in like the 22-23 season, he bagged 15 goals. If Zubimendi's popping up in the box, Rice is popping up in the box, maybe in his head, he's like, I'm just going to sit back here and try and dictate it. And we know he's a little bit of a mini Arteta on the pitch. Everyone says he leads the press. He's the guy that carries out Arteta's instructions. Maybe it's a tactical thing, bro, where they're trying to make Rice and Zubimendi be the goal scorers and not Odegaard. But there's a lot more Odegaard can do. There's a lot more he can do. But where I'm looking for that from him is, if there's 6 points between us and City with 8 games to go, is he going to turn up against, I don't know, whoever we got, Brighton away? Is he going to be playing well in that game? That's when you're going to see me praising or being on.
I love him, but I don't think he's a trench baby like that. I feel you chip in the season, but I think for me, Odegaard, like yesterday, when the going gets tough, get him out of there, man. Like, and it's not even to be harsh. It's just know the conditions you can put people in. Like Marino might.
That ain't gonna happen. He's gonna play. He played against PSG away in a big game, and to be fair, he should have had a goal. Donnarumma saved it. He should have had a goal in that game, maybe 2. Like, do you think Arteta's starting him in all the big games, bro?
100%.
He's gonna be.
I don't think he's. I don't want to be harsh to him, but I don't think you're clutch. I don't think you're a trench baby. And I think when I look at 38 games, there's times for you, Odegaard, but there's a couple of moments when the game gets tough. It's not to say you can't do it, but I'd pull you out there. I think Marino's more of a man for the trench, not ability, but he's more of a man for the trenches. I think when it's decisive moments, I've seen Marino, not that Odegaard hasn't, but I've seen Marino do it. I don't need to tell you about Saka, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Jurriën Timber, Declan Rice. The list kind of goes on. They're the ones that I look at them to pull us through, but Odegaard's going to have to find a way. At the end of the day, you're a good player on big money. You're a captain for a reason. Not that I care about the captain's thing. Everybody just do their job in it. Everybody lead. Like, everybody seems like they're more than welcome to open their mouth. And even Marino, you don't necessarily see him shouting. He communicates, but that means he's able to say things. And I always say, like, football's weird. We know these footballers at face value. We don't know what makes him tick. You know, let's just say me and you, we've got Arteta here. He might shout at me and he might get a negative reaction from me, but he could be like, Rums, you're fucking shit, you're bollocks. Rums is, I'm ready, I'm on this. So we don't really know them like that. And that's for me. I don't want Odegaard or anyone to be something you're not in it. Just let it be natural, man. Like, Odegaard, I love you, but I need more in it. All right, Jalen, I hope you're right, man. Odegaard will have more clutch performances than moments. Yeah, that's what I mean. You're articulating, not the moments, man. He's not, there's nothing wrong with that. Use the squad. It's a 38-game season. One man is going to be a hero the next week and then underwhelming the week after. But over a 38 game period, if everybody's pulled their weight in certain games, it's calm. It's like Gabriel Jesus. He might have only scored 5 goals when City won a league title. And, you know, I'm exaggerating because they weren't there, but Haaland scored like 20 plus. But those 5 goals might have come in the back end of the season. You know, it's a tight, they're about to lose 1-0. He's grabbed them a point, or it's a tight 1-1. He's grabbed them a point. This is what we need to do as a football club. But I feel fans say this, comprehend it, and it's all fun and games until the season's going. Like, it's all fun and games saying we've got a squad, no one's safe, until your players are not playing. But that's for another.
No, it is as well, DG. Though I think you see, I know what you mean. You know, because you see how Rice scores them 2 free kicks against Real Madrid. You're almost thinking that should be Odegaard scoring the free kicks because he's got the technique. He's the young wonder kid that Real Madrid signed at 15. But maybe he's just not that. Maybe he's just not that guy. Maybe he's not that boy. I think he could do it, but I think he prefers the intricacies. Let's just keep it ticking.
You mentioned Real Madrid, like the away game. Like, people forget this. Like, I'm sure in the build up to Saka's goal, he never got the assist, but he facilitated that. That's what I mean.
I think
that's
you give it to Marino.
If you score, you score. But that's your thing, innit? Don't be something you're not in it. Like, because that's where I have a problem. If you're not a shouty kind of guy and you're shouting at, man, your teammates know you better than anyone. It's like like remember these are at work, innit? Like, I don't want to. Obviously, this is a bit mad and pause, but them man in the change room, they know each other more than they know their misses because they spend more time with them. They're traveling up and down, and there's better testosterone and what's the word I'm looking for, like attitude and whatnot. This is what annoys me. If you really want to read something into that Saka Gyökeres thing or Rice and the coach, what do you think's happening in the training ground? Not just us, but everyone. Yeah, the club will do the whole, kumbaya, we're all in this together, and we all are. Football's not a nice place, bro. It's not sunshine and rainbows. If you want that, have a kid, go sign them up to under 8s where it don't mean much. It don't mean much.
Facts.
It's mad.
No, it's true. Let's see what I think Odegaard will have his big up everyone in the chat, by the way. I appreciate you. Big up Jalen, man. But yeah, I think
it's in the title. Go follow Rums, man.
My people, man. But yeah, Odegaard will have his time, DG. But me and you, we have high standards, man. Same way with Saka. He had a decent game yesterday. Thought he'd done well, but I just need more. And that's not a problem. That's okay. I just need more. Yeah, from everyone. Even Trossard, everyone's favorite player at the minute. What did he do? What did Trossard do? But let me see. You set me off. You set me off, bruv. I'm trying not to criticize anyone.
Say your truth, man.
I just, I don't know, man. Our attackers I need more. You see me, I like individual quality in it. I love the beautiful game. Neymar.
I think they all got quality. I need inevitability now, boys. I need inevitability.
I don't even. Yeah, but DG, like, is Trossard, and I don't even want to say it. Is he better individually than Alexis Sanchez? Like, is
100% he's not.
Do you know? That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, I like them Alexis, man, and everyone who I love that's played for us has done us dirty. So I don't even like saying their names anymore. But I'll say it: Nasri, Van Persie, even Adebayo.
The coldest ends, man.
I know, bruv. Like, it's sad. That man broke my heart as a kid. But even Cazorla, even Podolski used to just pick the ball up, little 1-2, lick it in the top corner. Like, I don't know. I just need a little bit more individualism from this team.
I think you're bang on the money, man. And it starts against Nottingham Forest. So my last question for you is, like, what are you feeling about Nottingham Forest? What's your score prediction as well? And big up everyone who's been following Roms.
Big up Karma, man. Thank you.
What did you say? She's horrible. She acts up when there's guests here. She acts nice. Big up Jalen. Don't big up Karma. But anyways, Rob, go on. I cut you.
I'm sure you're lovely, Karma. What did you say, DG? I got this.
She showed up, but when she's being nice here, when I bring Jess on, it's all attack DG show and whatnot. But shout out Karma and everybody in the chat. It's all love, man. But Forest, talk to me, man.
Forest,
it's
listen.
A tougher game than people are giving it, which I'm nervous.
Well, hopefully it's nicer than Karma is to you, because that sounds
100%.
Yeah. But yeah, Forest. I don't like Forest away. I went uni in not in a minute. And I know the
games.
Hey, Trent, big up Trent University. I think I see you in a few of the clubs actually, DG. But maybe that's for another episode.
It weren't me, man. I weren't there. I don't know what's going on. What uni?
Trent, you know about Trent, bro.
Is that Birmingham? Oh, I don't know. I've never been
It's too late now, G. We're a bit over the hill, but let me tell you, not
them days there. I went to all of. There's not a single uni I didn't hit up, bro.
Like, you must have
I didn't even go. My brethren went to all of these.
Ah, okay, you're doing that
Great
thing.
times.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah,
Woo!
listen, big up Nottingham. Tough place to go. The people there are passionate, and it's Sean Dyche. Shit outs. Sean, I don't know what to expect. Nottingham Forest are weird. They're in a relegation battle. It
This
means
is
a
why
lot
I'm
to
scared.
them.
They're fighting for their lives, bro. We got some first. Because I always put myself in their shoes. We're going to their house. They have done us over in the FA Cup. If I'm them man, saying them man, if I'm not in them Forest, them man got first world problems. You know, like we're fighting
Yeah,
for survival. I don't care about these not Premier League and that. We've got nothing to lose. If we win, it's bare headlines. If they lose, it's another day at the office, man. I'm
yeah,
nervous, bro.
yeah.
Morgan
It's
Gibbs White's in form and that. You know
Hudson
they're gonna make it
Odoi,
difficult.
Elliot Anderson. They got a lot of big up Neil. Neil's been there. I think I see him in the club as well.
Yeah,
But
I didn't even know. I thought they would. I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't know
I'm
nothing.
surprised, bro. You thought Miami was lit. Wait till you go not.
Oh, yeah, talk on Miami, man. Let's hear what you're saying about Miami with the roundings. All right, now go on, go on. Let's stay with
Hey,
Forest. Stay
yeah, let's stay focused. See,
stay
chat,
with
we got
Forest.
distracted.
Concentrate, concentrate.
The mere
I'm even
mention
like
of
December.
Nottingham sent me, DG. Forgive me, but
Bare
Nottingham,
flashback.
yeah, flashbacks, cuz. Nottingham, listen, good stomping ground for us. I think we won their last. Did we beat them last time we played them there?
I think we lost out there last. No, we did we lose or draw last year there? I think we drew. And I think the year
Hold
before
on.
we got shagged. And I think the year before that we might have got shagged when
Oh
Jesus
my
was in the black
goodness,
kit.
DG. You're right, bro.
FA Cup, they've done us a couple times as well.
Bro, we've never beaten Forest in our history at their. Oh no, sorry. The last time we beat Forest
I got scared
was
for a second.
2024. Sorry, I went mad.
I got so scared for a bit. I was like,
I
nah.
went mad. I've missed
And they
that.
obviously helped form this club as well. So big up Nottingham Forest, same way,
Yeah,
but we're
big
gonna need
them
them
up.
3 points.
But yeah, Saka and Jesus last time we played them. Listen, I think we should be winning. If you wanted to win the league, these are the sort of games. This is the game where Odegaard needs to step up now. This is where we should
Manchester
see
Derby for that as well.
exactly. Bro, listen, big game with Michael Carrick and then Manchester.
Come on, United, do this, man.
Hey, come on, big game. Hopefully, Carrick and their man can step up. But yeah, man, I'm confident, bro. I think 1-0 set piece again. Ole, ole. What
Yeah,
you
I'm on
saying,
that,
bro? What
bro. I don't care. Own goals, set pieces, whatever you got, just get that 3 points and keep it moving, man. Like,
What's your prediction? Because you nearly got the score right yesterday, so we need that DG prediction. Because man said 3-1 yesterday. I looked at my phone and I said he's not doing this
I
to
was
me
close.
today. And then we
So
got
close,
3.
man.
Then we got 3.
This is why I don't bet anymore. That's beyond the obvious. That's why I don't bet anymore, because Arsenal
Nah.
would ruin my bets. Oh, you know what, Roms, you ask? I'm gonna go with my heart, man. I'm gonna go with my heart, man. My brain tells me it's a draw. I'm gonna go with my heart. 2-1 Arsenal. Nervous. We're living and breathing every kick, heart in mouth moments. Just about 2-1. We'll get out of there, man. Saka to bag, because I think Saka and Gyökeres. I think Saka needs people to just shut up, and Gyökeres lightning can strike twice, innit?
I'd love nothing more. Hey, DG, you need to regulate your chat, man. Even you got Marcel coming
It's Marcel
out.
waffling, man. The man said your haircut's beauty, bro. He's waffling, bro. Like, RIP Jota, but look, he's got a picture of somebody else. There's weirdos on the internet cosplaying as someone else. Weirdos. Show your face. Show your face. He could be fat blood. I can't take verbal from him.
No, I hear it. You can't be commenting on a man's
wait,
picture.
VAR, yeah. A man said, I left and came back and DJ still waffling this armchair mug. That's great, yeah. Marcel, why did you leave? You defo closed that tab and went on Pornhub. I bet you're them weirdos that you have defo signed up to that digital ID as well to watch porn. You know.
Bruv, make sure you didn't have us in the background while she was doing whatever you was
I
doing.
probably does. He's a weirdo, bro. He's weird.
Hey.
It's all love, though, man. It's all love, man. A draw isn't great, man. A draw isn't great. We need 3 points, but it's calm, man. It's calm, man. Away from that, though, Roms, man. What content you got to come out, man? What content you got to come out? It's obviously time's flown.
Listen, I'll be honest. One thing I'll say, DJ, is respect to you, bruv. I don't know how you do it. This content stuff is tough. It's tough, but I've done a reaction. People go check out my reaction on the game yesterday. It's good. It's good. I was talking about the game, what we need to do on
Drop
Saturday.
a DG Nation in the comments, people, and all his vids. Come on, let's go over there.
Please do. But yeah, man, just more content coming. I'm gonna do a little look ahead to the transfer window, or to the end of the transfer window, because I don't just do Arsenal.
Aye, the Talksport Don's got contacts, people. Arsenal, there's something's going on.
But it's probably not going to be too much Arsenal. I'm going to do some transfer stuff though. Just looking at even the likes of Arshavin, Aubameyang, just the impact some Arsenal January signings have had. Because it's interesting, bro, that we're not screaming for signings. Feels like one of the first Januaries where we don't need a signing.
You're right.
So I'm gonna do a video on Arsenal's January stuff. But yeah, man, just more match reactions. That's my main stuff, people. So yeah, come over, support your boy on the road to 1K. I think I'm on 540 subs.
Come, people, go over there immediately, man.
It's tough. It's a grind, but we're gonna keep pushing. Big up, DG. Always supported me. So yeah, love people.
Come on, and likewise, man. You lot don't see, but this guy's always trying to get my name going in the mainstream and that. So it's only right, man. It's only right. So people go and take in what Roms has got on his platform. You don't need to type in his YouTube channel or anything like that. It is all in the title. And on that note, Roms, everybody in the chat, apart from the Virgin Marcel, we're out. Come on, Marcel, you pussy. Yo. Big up everyone else, though. One love. I don't think we'll get Gertie, but we can try. Yeah.